Welcome to the newest edition of Litter Media Live with Mike Smith. I'm Dan Ramey. And off camera with us today is the ever-lovely Aaron Glandon.
He's doing the radio version himself.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Coming up here in just a moment, we'll take a look at what's happening with news, sports, as well as this date in history, which is extra special today.
We put a lot of work into that one today, trying to find out some
research information, everything we could, and so it's worth sticking around for. So make sure you're with us for that. Do I need to scoot over a little?
I couldn't be on camera.
We got the same shirt on.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't be on camera. I'm wearing my gray.
Aaron was a rebel.
Or does Mike need to move over to his right a little bit?
I think that's... I think he probably does.
We should be doing this before we go live, I guess. There, get over there, mister. All right.
Just wanted me out of the water.
There's
I was getting baptized.
Blossoms behind you there. Coming up, we'll have all that stuff for you. Stick close for it. We've got it right here. And talking about the good stuff going on in our communities, and that's something that's hard to find everywhere. But you've got it right here.
That's right. We
on
try
a daily
anyway.
basis. Yes.
We try.
We're going to start off with how things are looking for us weather-wise, and expecting some rain today.
The flowers need that rain. Let's see, April showers, so we're a little bit early on that. We're going to have some February showers. Rain, as well as a little breezy today, so if you have an umbrella, hang on. High today, 54. Sunshine returns for us tomorrow, some partly sunny skies. A little cooler, high 48. A lot cooler on Saturday with a high of 37, and we're supposed to be back up to about 50 on Sunday.
Looks to me like the wind is coming up from the south, so make sure that you are prepared for that. If you want to see how that operates, just go to littermedia.com, and you'll find what you need right there, because that's where we have it. That's where we got ours from, right?
Correct.
Thank you. Coming up, we'll get you caught up to date on news next, but first, let's tell you about our friends at Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor for nearly 5 decades. They do it all. You want to find out where they serve? Well, simply click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. For those of you listening on Litter Media Radio, you can visit their website, which is it is AccurateHVAC.com. And that'll take you right to where Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing can be found to get more details. Or anytime you see anything that Litter Media has on our social media, our website, just click where it says Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and you'll learn more. News next.
You asked, we delivered. New Mike's Hard Lemonade, Zero Sugar. Zero sugar. Amazing taste. Years in the making. Now that's a drink worthy of the name Mike.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
If you'd like to follow along with what we're going to talk about today, you can always go to our website, littermedia.com, or here on Facebook, and Litter Media X, or Twitter, whichever you want to refer that to. You'll find those stories. Let's check in now with where we're starting here this morning with Mike Smith.
Hillsborough Community Enhancement Committee will be having a meeting on Monday. That's February the 26th at 5:30 p.m. at the Hillsborough City Hall, which is at North High Street in Hillsborough. Now, the purpose of the meeting is to discuss putting in an ice rink, an ice skating rink. Now, Chillicothe, of course, has one during the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that that's what Hillsborough is looking at, but it doesn't really spell that out in their Facebook post that they had that we just showed you there a moment ago.
They mean an actual ice rink. That would be cool.
So if you want to know more and you live over in the Hillsborough area, you might want to check out that Monday 5:30 p.m. meeting.
It sounds like a reason to go to Hillsborough.
That could be.
To find out. Up in Pickaway County, the Pickaway County Ohio Means Jobs is hosting a job fair. That's March 12th from 2 to 5 p.m., and they'll do this in Circleville at South Pickaway Street. And is that the location for Ohio Jobs?
I believe so.
Okay, Ohio Means Jobs. So check that out. And as you're looking at this on our screen, there's a QR code that you can scan to find out more details and learn more about finding employment in Pickaway County. And in some of these instances, it might be beyond.
That's correct. The Ultimate Elvis Presley Tribute Benefit Show at the Highland County Senior Center will be March 23rd at 7 p.m. Now, this thing is big. Every year, it's a sellout. They have people from many area counties, including Ross, that go over to see this guy, Tyler Christopher, and his band, and they say this guy is Elvis reincarnated. I've not seen him in person. I've seen some video of him, but he is pretty good. But tickets are available at highlandseniors.com. If you want to see this, don't hesitate because they will sell out on the tickets.
I haven't seen his performance. I haven't seen the movie Elvis.
I haven't either.
Haven't seen that.
Not seen that either.
It received a lot of accolades when it was produced, but I can't remember the young man's name who participated. I'm sure Aaron might know.
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. Thank you for that information. The Community Action Committee of Pike County is thrilled to announce its annual Spring Community Event scheduled for Thursday, March 28th, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It'll be in the multi-purpose building located in the Pike County Fairgrounds. The event is open to the public and will feature holiday fun, including an Easter egg hunt, a petting zoo, and a chance for photos with Mike Smith. I'm sorry, photos with the Easter Bunny. I could picture Mike with Easter Bunny ears.
Now, have you taken your granddaughter to this thing?
I have not, no.
This might be a first then.
It very well could be.
I'm sure they'll have plenty of candy there.
Well, this will be a day after her birthday, so might be more reason to go.
Yes, sir. Check that out. Be sure to make your plans early for the total solar eclipse on April the 8th. There are many Ohio Department of Natural Resources locations that will provide a great backdrop for this astronomical event. Camping spots at Ohio State parks are running out, so make sure you do your booking by visiting reserveohio.com. People will not be permitted to make reservations for arrivals or departures on April the 8th. Now, this map, you can see the direction, which is actually out of our, pretty much out of our coverage area. If you look at the Scioto Valley, this is going to be northwest of us. I think you'll be able to see some partial, but this is the total eclipse will be within the boundaries of that. Is that yellow or tan line?
It appears to be beige color.
Okay.
A flesh tone color.
Most people that have been following us know I'm colorblind. So, yeah, if you want to see the totality of it all, you'll need to drive a little bit to the northwest.
Mike's color blindness comes from the last total solar eclipse when he didn't use the right
1806 when I was watching. Yes,
there was an eclipse here not long ago. Was it like 3 or 4 years ago down in Tennessee? Was the best way to view it?
But it did have some effect. It gave a little bit of an overcast appearance, although the sun was out.
But my brother and his family went down for this. And
2017, 16?
Sounds about right. Yeah. And he had it set up to where his telescope would look at it, and then it projected the image on a box that you could look inside of.
Right.
It was kind of neat how he did that. So
now I asked Alexa yesterday, what will be the totality for the eclipse in Frankfort, Ohio? And she said only 34%. So I don't know if that's right or not. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that. That'd be disappointing, just 34%.
Well, you know, if you gauge everything about your life on what Alexa has to say, you may know whether or not it's disappointing or
exactly.
not.
Right.
So the big disappointment is going to be if we have overcast skies. I know that we'll certainly still see darkness, even if we have overcast skies. But if we are looking for just the sun being blocked by the moon, I don't know that we'll be able to see that through the clouds.
Now, if you had tickets for the Cleveland Guardians 2:00 game that day, it's been backed up to 5:30.
Yeah.
But I thought I saw they were going to let the people come early and see the eclipse inside the stadium.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat.
That's so they can sell more, concessions.
Just bring your flashlight when you're going to go get your soda or your beer or whatever, right?
What happens if when we go dark in that respect, that something happens technologically that you can't use your debit card or whatever? Wouldn't that change everything up?
Yeah.
Pike County will host a scrap tire collection. This event will take place April 13th, 8 a.m. until noon. Now, I have participated in this, and it takes place at the Pike County Fairgrounds. And you'll see all the types of things you can bring and all that kind of stuff. Depending upon the size of the tires, there's usually a charge involved with some type of an exchange. But see, a limit of 10 tires per vehicle will be accepted. I remember driving the little Chevy S10 over with several spare tires that came off of Dan Jr.'s previous vehicles, and just needed to get rid of those tires.
Here's your chance.
And well, I that's why I did
that
it
time. Okay.
The previous time. Yes.
Gotcha. Nearly a year ago, Lancaster unveiled the Scipio Smith sign honoring one of Lancaster's most influential black men. Well, today it stands tall at Allen Chapel Church. In celebration of Black History Month, consider donating to the Fairfield County Heritage Association's fund for a Scipio Smith statue, which is proposed to be located in downtown Lancaster. So there you have it.
Very nice. I had no clue.
Yep.
This is why you have a month like this where you can learn the stories that you probably didn't learn somewhere. In school. I know we had Ohio history, I think, in the 4th and 7th grades, but never touched it after that.
Yeah. I went to an event at Chillicothe High School, 25 years ago, where they had a reenactor come in, and he portrayed different Black history characters, and that was fascinating. There were so many different things. A lot of them were inventors, so that was just really kind of neat to see. Hey, I didn't know, a black person created that or invented that.
I'm chuckling because I remember promoting that the Ross County Historical Society, during one of their spring speakers series things, they were going to have Frederick Douglass there. And I was going home late from work that night, and I was using 5th Street when I'm going by the Historical Society, the Heritage Museum. The event was over, and the Frederick Douglass guy was walking to get into his car as I'm pulled up, and he looked like Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
It was a mixture of time from a fellow from the past going into his, I don't know what he was driving, I can't remember, but it was a unique moment. And I stopped and rolled down my window. I said, "Frederick, how'd it go?" Everything went well, thank you.
Now, don't you have a project coming up dealing with Black history or locally?
Yes. We haven't publicized this yet, but
spoiler alert.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. We're getting together, Garen Veris, along with Beverly Gray, and we're going to make our way down to the David Nickens Heritage Center, and we're going to have a chat about. It's a fundraiser for both the Cheryl's House of Hope as well as the Nickens Heritage Center. So, and the reason we're going on location is Beverly's up in years and climbing our steps up to here, not a good situation. We wanted to make it easy on her. It'll be nice to see her. I haven't seen Bev for a while. And so we'll get her on that ground floor right from the street into the David Nickens Heritage Center and have that chat. But
and Garen is with Ohio History Connection?
No longer.
No longer? Okay.
Yeah.
But was?
He was, yes.
Okay.
Yes. But he's on Cheryl's House of Hope's board.
Right.
So he'll be participating in this with us. So
Gotcha.
Looking forward to that. And there you've got teacher and student.
Yeah, that's kind of neat too.
So yeah. Coming up in a moment to take a look at sports for you. There's high school basketball tonight on Litter Media Radio. We'll touch on that. And the Mid-State League has released its Players of the Year. So some accolades on the way in that respect as well. That's on the way next. But first, Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. That's a direct number for Carl. And Carl will take your call, and then he'll get you a dumpster. If you've got something else you need him to do, like demo work, clean up of your facility or whatever it needs, if they can do it, they'll take care of that for you too. Find out more when you click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It takes you to Scioto Valley Dumpsters Facebook page, but you also can call and find out what's going on. 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Sports next.
Wherever you are there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
At Rathkamp Financial, we believe in building client relationships for the long term, guiding you through the stages of wealth with a plan and bringing you closer to reaching your financial dreams. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
And of course, yesterday was the day to meet with the managers for open interviews at McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly. Time for sports. I'm going to start with the Mid-State League honors for postseason basketball. Tays Valley boys and Circleville girls leading the way. Fairfield Union's Caleb Schmelzer is the boys' MSL Player of the Year, while Tays Valley's Brian Barnett is the Coach of the Year, leading the Vikings in defense and their league title all taken care of there. Bloom Carroll can still share the girls' championship if they've got a makeup game with Circleville.
The boys.
That's the boys.
Boys, yeah.
The boys can share with a makeup game and
at Bloom Carroll this Friday.
At Bloom Carroll this Friday. Okay.
They were supposed to play this a week or so ago, and it got. I think the reason they postponed it is because Circleville had a tournament game the next day. Yeah. Because there was never any explanation as to why else they would do that.
I didn't pre-read the script, and that's where it says the makeup game with Circleville Friday night.
Friday night. Yeah. Tomorrow night, yeah.
All right, so Bloom Carroll's Emily Bratton is the girls' MSL Player of the Year. She averaged 21 points per game. And Circleville's Brian Bigham is your Coach of the Year in leading the Lady Tigers to an unbeaten regular season. And they will try to continue that this Saturday at noon at Southeastern High School.
Go get them, yeah. A lot of action to tell you about. All of the tournament games last night were in the Central District. We'll talk more about that on the preview show at noon, as well as what's on tap tonight in our Litter Media Game of the Week on the radio. Circleville Lady Tigers will be Saturday, as Dan mentioned, but tonight it starts out for us with Unioto taking on Marietta. We'll have more information about that coming up at noon today.
I only got partway through the scores there. I was reading and I saw the Central, but
yeah, those were
Aaron
all
clicked
central.
off of it too quick for me there.
Yeah, those were all Central
Mike
District.
just kept going.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about it here at noon. We don't want to spoil everything. Yeah.
We have more show to do later today.
That's right. And by the way, the CBJ, they did blow a 4-goal lead last night, but they end up winning anyway over the Anaheim Ducks 7-4.
The caption on this makes me laugh.
Never a
doubt.
After blowing a 4-goal lead, right? Yeah.
What's their record? And there was never a doubt.
They've resorted to poking fun at themselves.
Trying to stay positive, yeah.
Exactly. All right, coming up in just a moment, this date in history, the Litter Media Wayback Machine takes us to
1969. Is that the Summer of Love, or was that 67 or 68?
That was 69.
69.
According to Brian Adams.
Yeah, the Summer of Love.
But first, these words from our fine sponsor.
Litter Quality Propane, 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
At Rathkamp Financial, we act as your advocate in all wealth matters. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
If you can't give true love to me, I'll understand. Just
it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
Remember to visit ChillicotheOhio.com. And thank you again to the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau. This date in history, 1969.
I learned a lot about this today, not just the character involved. 1969 on this date, 19-year-old Barbara Jo Rubin becomes the first female jockey to win a race at an American thoroughbred track when she rides Cohesion to victory by a neck over Really Big. That's how it's said, in the 9th race at Charlestown, West Virginia.
We didn't have an image for her, so we quickly drew one.
Dan using his art. I was just bragging on your artwork last week. She raced at all, was actually a miracle, because when she was 6 years old, she contracted polio. But later in life, she gets well enough physically to participate. She actually, I think you said she had 89 mounts?
89, yeah.
Retired a year. So in a year's time, she has 89 races. Mm-hmm. But one of the things she said that she just couldn't continue to go on was because she still had issues with her physical pain in her legs due to polio. So the fact that she raced at all was a miracle. And secondly, she becomes the first female athlete to ever win a thoroughbred race in America. Now,
and I listened to an interview that she did a couple of years ago, and she's still teaching riding lessons and things too. So she's still involved.
Now, I think we have this image of a map. I didn't know there was a Charlestown, not Charleston, but Charlestown, West Virginia.
It's pretty close to Washington, D.C.
Now, if you're looking at the smaller map, which is the state of West Virginia, see what looks like as Aaron Landon refers to as the chicken beak. On the far right, where it's red, that's where Charlestown is. And I never knew there was a Charlestown, West Virginia.
I have never thought about that looking like the head of the chicken. I've always pictured that as being the wingtip.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought it looked like a beak, sticking out of his neck there. The neck and the head and then the beak on the end.
I can see both ways, but my original view of that has always been a chicken wing.
What would a psychiatrist do with an ink blot test for us three?
Well, Dan was seeing things in the wall this morning. He said, look at this mark in the wall. It looks like an owl.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, now, it only looks like one eye of the owl, but if you look over and pay attention when you leave the loft today, there is on the paneling that we have on the walls here from 1967 when they put this place in. It's very 70s looking. There is a knot hole. And it looks like you're looking at this portion of the owl face. Looks kind of neat.
Mike, I'll tell you, I got up and looked at it after he said that, and I didn't see it.
We all need psychological help, folks. We're seeing different things.
Well, I mean, like you say, the ink blots, what do you see?
Yeah. I've never had that test, but it might be fun to see what I'm seeing. Yeah, there she is. Yeah.
Well done, Barbara Jo.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done. That's all I got for today, big guy.
We were talking about the potential of, well, maybe when we don't have images, maybe we should have like a courtroom artist kind of things. And I saw one of Donald Trump recently on the national news, and sometimes his hair is kind of funk, but it didn't look anything like Trump, and it looked like my granddaughter drew it, you know? Right. Yeah. So either whoever drew it really fast, or all of their characters look like
Or maybe they had commentary in their art. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know. Coming up at noon today, we have another edition of Litter Media Game of the Week preview show. Now, we have been having coach interviews with us on these shows, but for instance, that during the football season, we had one game of the week. Right. During basketball season, we started having 2, maybe 3 games. This week, we have 6 over 3 days. So we've got 1 tonight, 2 tomorrow, and 3 on Saturday that we'll be looking at today. That's a lot of interviews to try and put together.
The trick on Saturday is not just 3 different games; it's 3 different sites.
Locations. Yeah.
So we'll see how that. Hopefully, the 3 games before the 4:15 are not running late, or we won't make it to the third game that day.
Yeah, one of us may have to leave early and get things started on a telephone. Maybe, I don't know. So, all right. So we'll talk more about that coming up here at noon. But until then, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you, and have a great day.